Okay, we've all been there, right? You're staring at a test, the clock is just ticking away, and bam, you hit a question that completely stumps you. The panic starts to creep in. But what if I told you there's a way to turn that panic into actual points? Well, today we're diving into a super simple but really powerful technique to do exactly that. It's called the leave nothing blank strategy. Oh man, you know that feeling? Your mind just goes completely blank. You read the question again and again, and the answer just is not coming. The pressure is on. So what's the move? Skip it? Hope inspiration strikes later on? That's what most of us do, but it turns out that's a huge mistake. Because here's the thing, it's a fundamental truth of most tests. If there's no penalty for getting an answer wrong, leaving a question blank is literally the only way to guarantee you get 0 points for it. Think about that. It's a missed opportunity. It's a point you are just willingly giving away. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. This isn't about blind luck or just, randomly picking something. It's about strategy. It's about shifting your mindset away from that fear of what if I get it wrong and learning how to turn a guaranteed 0 into a really smart, calculated opportunity. So here it is, the core principle. And it sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? For questions that you have no idea how to answer, guess. That's it. That one single decision to guess instead of skipping, that's your first step to taking back control of the test. All right, so let's dive into our first major concept here, the golden rule. And it's simple. And any test that doesn't penalize you for wrong answers, the rule is you answer every single question, no matter what. And this right here just lays out the math perfectly. A blank answer, that's a 0% chance of being correct. A guaranteed 0, a definite loss. But a random guess, well, that gives you a chance. Maybe it's 25%, maybe 20, but it is always better than 0. You're essentially trading a guaranteed failure for a shot at success. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so we've established that you should guess. But how you guess, that's where the real strategy kicks in. This isn't about closing your eyes and just pointing at the page. Nope, it's a system. Let's check it out. And here it is, the whole 3-part system. Super simple. Step 1, you commit to filling everything in. Step 2, you use that powerful tool, the process of elimination. And step 3, for those questions where you are totally, completely lost, you stick to one letter. That's it. Simple, right? Let's break it down a bit more. Okay, listen up, because this right here, this is where you can make the biggest impact. The process of elimination, or POE as we'll call it, this is your secret weapon. This is the smart part of smart guessing. It's all about finding the obviously wrong answers to get you that much closer to the right one. Just look at these numbers. With 4 options, a wild guess gives you a 1 in 4 shot. That's a 25% chance. Not great. But what if you can look at the options and say, okay, these 2 are definitely wrong? Well, suddenly you've eliminated half the choices and your odds have just doubled to 50%. You've just turned a wild guess into a coin flip, all by just spotting what's incorrect. That's huge. But this is the big question, isn't it? What about those questions where you can't eliminate anything? We've all been there. Every option looks equally right, or maybe equally wrong. You can't use POE because you have nothing to work with. So what do you do then? Well, that's where step 3 comes in. Now, this might sound a little weird, a little counterintuitive, but trust me, it's backed by some solid logic. For all of those questions where you are completely guessing, you pick one letter, let's say C, for example, and you stick with it every single time. No exceptions. And here's why this actually works. Most answer keys are designed to have a pretty even spread of correct answers, roughly the same number of A's, B's, C's, and D's. So if you scatter your guesses, A here, D there, B over here, you could easily miss every single one. But by sticking to just one letter, let's say C, you are guaranteed to pick up points for every C answer in that batch. You're playing the odds, not just hoping for random luck. All right, let's bring this all together for your final takeaway. What we've been talking about, this isn't just some desperate last-ditch effort. It's a real strategy. It's about turning simple guesswork into, well, gamemanship. It's about understanding the rules of the game, the test, and actually using them to your advantage. So here it is, the whole strategy in a nutshell. Remember these 3 parts. 1, never ever leave a blank.
2, always use the process of elimination to boost your odds. And 3, for those total shots in the dark, just stick to one letter. That's it. That's the whole thing. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. This isn't about cheating the system or anything like that. It's just an intelligent tool. It's designed to make sure you capture every single possible point. I mean, you've worked hard to learn all this material, right? This strategy just makes sure your final score reflects all that knowledge, plus a few extra points you earned just by being smart about it.
So I'll leave you with this question. Is it just guessing, or is it strategic point scoring? Because when you walk into your next test, you're not just a student anymore. You're a strategist. You have a plan for the unknown. So when you hit that impossible question, just remember, you're not just guessing. You're strategically scoring points.